Hello everyone and welcome to TCG Games GL, and today I wanted to showcase my Disney Lorcana Princess deck. This is after set 10 and it is core set legality, and I saw a build like this, I think maybe top 4 somewhere, small locals or something like that, and I was like, this is really interesting, but I want to put my own spin to it. And it's a lot better than I thought it would be. There's a nice little princess package that came out in set 10 for a nice opening game. And then there's some really strong abilities. And again, this is my own spin on it. But it's a lot better than I thought it would be. And it's kind of, I like to build decks that aren't going to be top tier meta, right? That are not in the top 3 or 4. I want something that's kind of in the second tier, or that could surprise opponents that don't exactly know what's going on, right? They're not as familiar to it. You get that surprise factor, and maybe you can squeak out more wins that way. So, and I think possibly with set 11, we'll have some more support for this. We'll see how it goes. So let me start it off with Princess of Lear. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Elenry. She's a 2/1 with support. She's a princess. That's one of the main things that's important. That support factor actually is important as well. To Charlotte. She's a 1/3 for 1. Again, princess. Okay? And it kind of combos with Aurora. Actually, I'd probably eventually put to 4. But for now, it's at 3. And it's a hero and a princess. Both of those things matter in this deck. When this character quests, you pay 1 less for the next princess or queen. Okay? Now, when I looked at set 9 and I saw this card, and then you have the Mulan, that's Sapphire, which digs for a princess off the top 4. I'm like, oh, you can make Sapphire an Amber princess, but it doesn't work as well as this deck does. Now we'll see after set 11, but this works a lot better. Okay, I'll show you why. And then we have Rapunzel as our last little piece of this. They're all 1s and 2s, and they're all inkable. This card is very, very good, actually. Okay. So it gives support whenever one of your characters is chosen for support until the start of your next turn. The next time they would be dealt damage, they take 0 damage. So this gives support, and so does she. So it's a very, very good card. Prevents all damage, not just challenge, not like ward, it's everything. And it comes into play where you have something on board you give support to, and then they can take out one of your opponent's cards through challenging, and they take no damage. So, or it protects that character, right? If you have 2 of these out, you can give each other support, and they're both protected, right? Quest, give Rapunzel support. Quest, give the other Rapunzel support, right? So then they're both don't take damage, and you're only questing for 2. But it is quite of a little annoying thing your opponent has to then deal with. So now we're going to go for some princes. So hero and prince also matters a little bit in this deck. There's a little package that I put in here to experiment with. It's a 1/1. It quests for 3. And again, you can give it support with Rapunzel, and you're questing for 3, and you keep doing that, right? You're getting 3 every turn until they can get rid of your Rapunzel, which isn't very difficult. It's a 2/1. But again, kind of these little annoying things your opponent has to deal with early game. They have to answer it. Next is another prince. So we had Simba, and now the prince itself is 0/5 bodyguard. Okay. 0/5, that's 5. You got to deal with 5 if you're challenging. That's annoying, right? That's going to take some time to get through. And if your deck is a challenging deck, right, it's work. Okay, either way. But that prince and hero factor is going to come into play later. Okay. We have 3 medallion weights. So towards the middle to late game, you're going to be challenging a lot more often. And what this does, it just lets you get +2. And whenever they challenge another character, you draw. They don't even have to defeat the character. They just have to challenge it. So you get at least a little draw. But I find using this probably least often when I've been testing. It's been inked more than being used. So, but if your games go late, it's actually pretty good. One of my favorite cards, this is why I built the deck actually, is Queen Sensor Core. I was looking for a reason to build with this, and this was the reason. In the past, I was trying to build like a Princess Song build with Ruby and Amber, and it didn't really work out that well. Okay, but now I get to use this. I play 4 copies. At the start of your turn, if you have a princess or queen and play, gain a lore, and then you can pay 2 and exert it to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a princess or queen, put it in your hand. Otherwise, you leave it on top. Very good card. I was also trying to play it with, what was that? Amethyst. Trying to make Amethyst Amber Princess, but there's not enough ways to like challenge your opponent, so it didn't work out well. So here's my tech for the deck that is different from the ones I've seen online. Is I'm going to try out the Glass Slipper. That's one reason I play the Prince cards. This lets you banish this item, exert one of your Prince characters, and search your deck for any princess and add it to your hand. But you can only have 2 copies of the card in your deck. So I'm trying this out. There's another card that works with it as well. So we have 2 World's Greatest Criminal Mind. I'll probably bump this up to 4 down the line. Play 4 The Horseman Strikes. Banish a card with Evasive. Sorry if you don't know what Criminal Mind does. It's a song that lets you banish chosen character with 5 or more. This one is really just a combat evasive and you draw a card. So next, move those over. We have the Queen. So she has support. She's 2/4. And you could actually get her out for 2. If you have Aurora, Aurora will quest and you only pay 2. She has support. And then at the start of your turn, you may choose and discard a princess or queen to return a character from your discard to your hand. So it also has a nice little recursion where you get stuff back that has died. So you get Aurora back, right, to make everything else cheaper or whatever you need. Love it. It's great. Next, we play 2 Mulans. It's a 2/3 with support. It's a free spirit. It's a hero. It's a princess. Quest for 2. Give 2 to another character. It's not that great. It's really just there because of the name Mulan. Same with this one. It's a 4/2 for 3. Again, a princess and a hero. You could get out for 2 possibly. But what's nice about this is in the future, if we get locations or characters that have boost that really fit this build, we'll be able to really maximize her. Which is during your turn, if you put a card under one of your characters or locations this turn, this character takes no damage from challenges. So you'll be able to go in and hit for 4 and take something out for free. Okay? I have 1 Tiana. Now this is a really, really, really good card. Hero, Princess, Restaurant Owner. I only have 1. I would probably play 2, at least 2. Whenever a character of yours is challenged while this character is exerted, the challenging character gets -3 this turn unless they pay 3. So this is such a good little stall card that says no. You're not going to challenge. You're not going to have enough to get over the characters. It's fantastic. It's actually pretty expensive. because it's used in a lot of Amber builds. I wish I had more of it. So Hercules is why we play all the heroes. Okay? Hercules' mighty leader is a hero and a prince, and deity, that part doesn't matter. This character can't be dealt damage unless he's being challenged. Right? So they can't use anything on him to do damage. While this character is exerted, your other hero characters can't be dealt damage unless they're being challenged. So it's very good with protecting your heroes. Now, I understand Blurple is one of the best metas, right? Best deck in the meta, probably 1, 2, or 3, top 3 maybe. And we have a few cards, one in particular, that, you know, gets rid of anything on the board into your ink. I'm not even going to say it because it's everywhere. But that's really the... I'll go over it later. It's one of the most annoying cards in Blurple. I can't even remember the name of it. Into the Unknown. There we go. Into the Unknown, you know, basically just puts this into your ink. Just bye-bye. So, and I think in set 11, what are we getting back? I think we're getting back another song. Let It Go is coming back. So there's going to be more ways for Blurple to just say, no, we're just getting rid of your stuff. So Cinderella, there's our little item. And there it is. So Cinderella, also Hero Princess. When you play this character, you may put item card named the Glass Slipper from your discard, so to the bottom of your deck to gain 2 lore. So, or sorry, 3 lore. So you gain 3 lore off of this. So I'm just testing it out to see if it works. It hasn't been terrible. So, because you get to search for it off a Glass Slipper. Minnie Mouse. I love this card so much. Bodyguard. Doesn't fit the mold of Princess or anything, but it's the only dual colored card that fits this deck. It has Bodyguard. It's 0/8 for 4. This character gets +1 for each 1 damage on her, so she's a nice little wall. It's really good. I really like this card. Snow White. I placed 3 Snow White. I'll show you. So she is a hero. Can't be challenged. Can't be dealt damage. Unless it's being challenged, but it can't be challenged. So these 2 on board, you exert it, nothing, you can't do anything to it except for Into the Unknown, right? And things like that. So Blurple's probably the worst matchup. We play 1 Beast. We're just checking it out. The Princess characters get +1/+1. It's 5/4. Haven't really used it yet. It is a Prince, so I could use it with a Glass Slipper. For now. I'll probably cut it for something else. And then this is like our big time board wipe type of character. You want to have your Mulan out so you could shift into this Elite Archer. When you play this character, if you use shift, it gets +3, so it's a 5/6. During your turn, when this character deals damage to another character in a challenge, deal the same amount of damage to up to 2 other chosen characters. So you're going to come in, and you're going to bam, kill something for 5, and then kill 2 other things. Okay? And Medallion Waits, if you have that out already, you could also use that. Okay? So that's your main, like, board wipe. Get rid of 3 characters in 1 shot. That's the deck. I love it. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see if there's more support for it. I can't say enough about it. I'm just so surprised how better it was than I thought. So, and there's other ways to build this. There was one I saw that was like more character heavy. Like it was almost like all characters. And it used like the Mickey Mouse from set 9, the one that has the shift ability. They used that in there. So it was interesting. I used Mickey and Minnie. I am missing a Minnie Mouse for this deck actually from set 9. That's what I'm missing. lets you banish something with 5 or more, something like that. I need to get that. So that'll probably replace the beasts and a few other things. But anyway, thanks for watching this wonderful Ruby Amber deck. Try it out. Try it against your opponent. See if you like it. See if the glass slipper works for you. See if the shoe fits.